It had been a wonderful week, camping, hiking, and exploring the countryside with my wife and 2 children. We hadn't been able to afford a holiday while the kids were growing up, but finally, between my salary and Steph selling some of her paintings, we'd scrabbled together the funds. With 2 nights to go, we'd planned to spend the afternoon exploring a section of the forest by the lake we hadn't seen yet. At dusk, I was collecting things together while Steph and the kids answered the call of nature. They didn't come back.
No.
I spent hours searching, calling, to no avail.
Oh no.
Frantically, I headed towards the only sign of civilization I'd seen. A grand mansion with a mountain behind it and a lake at the front. I'd heard of this new invention called a telephone. Whoever owned the mansion was surely rich enough to own one.
You'd think, right?
Or at least have some horses.
Truly.
I scrambled over old tree roots to get to the mansion. Rumours and superstitions were rife about this part of the country.
Oh, no.
But I put those down to silly old wives' tales designed to scare children. Tales of ghosts and fell beasts didn't bother me. I didn't believe in such things. The stories of Edgar Allan Poe were entertaining, but nothing more. It was the evil people were capable of that worried me.
And that is the absolute truth.
I reached the mansion and hoped to find help there. At the very least, someone should be able to aid me in some way. If they couldn't, there was no hope of aid from any other source, unless I found my way back to civilization and the police conducted a full search of the countryside.
Oh goodness.
But it would be too late. This mansion was my only hope.
Oh, well, hey there, guys and ghouls. Welcome in to The Corruption Within, a indie horror point-and-click game that has recently been developed, and we are testing out the demo, the teaser demo that just came out today. I'm super excited about this. I've been following this one on Twitter for a hot fluffin' minute, and let me tell you what, I'm ready to go. So let's check out this here door. The door, befitting the huge edifice. It's massive. Just who lives here? Who? This is an impressive building indeed. It must be a rich family that lives here. Even though it's late, there seems to be some light on. So I guess at least someone is still awake. After a brief moment, a man opened the door. Hello, sir. Just what is your business at this ungodly hour, sir? Please, my good man, let me in. My family have gone missing and I need help. Do you have an appointment? What? Of course not. My family has gone missing and I... Do you have an invitation from a member of the family? Can't you understand that I need to find help? My family! If you do not have an appointment or a formal invitation, then I cannot allow you to enter the house. There are no exceptions. I bid you goodbye, sir. Now what am I going to do? A shrill scream is heard in the distance. Was that Steph? I better go check it out. The scream seems to have come from the southwest. I don't have a compass. Not knowing where I was heading, but following the sound of the screams, I ended up somewhere in the forest. Holy fluff! Not what I thought was gonna happen! As I entered the area, I immediately saw what must have been the reason for the scream. There was a man hanging in the trees. A young female voice called out to me, "Please, sir, you must help me find who did this." She moved behind the dense foliage, hiding, unwilling to make herself known. Okay, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I love this pixelated corpse. It's like I want him hanging from my Christmas tree next year. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'd love for it to happen, but I digress. I started to explain that I was looking for my family, and that this was my priority, and to call the police, when the unseen person uttered words that chilled me to the bone. Sir, I have seen a woman with 2 children. They have been taken. I begged her to show me where they had been taken, but she refused, saying only that she would help me if I first helped her, and that strange happenings were afoot. I had no choice. I agreed to help. The voice, apparently satisfied that I meant it, told me to give the butler a card that she would leave for me under the door of a nearby shed. She sounded common, not a member of the aristocracy, but apparently the invitation would be from someone called Lady Charlotte. Without the invitation, I would not get into the house. Apparently this family were rather eccentric and insisted on things being done in a very specific ways. Oh, there's something truly unsettling about his eyes, as if he's experienced things that no one should ever have to go through. There's some really dense foliage here. I could probably get through it if I had a reason to, but I can't see one right now. What about the moon? It's a full moon, and depending on the angle I look at it, its appearance can be very different. I hope that isn't a bad omen of something. Dead serious, I want this dude to be a decoration on my Christmas tree come this Christmas. I need to get approval from somebody to make that happen so I don't get in trouble. Okay, so we have our shed. This thing is looking amazing. I love this wheelbarrow. I'm not sure what the wheelbarrow has been used for, but it has dark red stains inside. I fear gardening was not its only use. Too true. These trees are great. The mountains are great. I love this game. A sturdy looking door. As promised, there is an invitation tucked under the door. I have taken it. To open or close your inventory, click the middle mouse button or press the spacebar key. Good information. Left-click an item from your inventory to hold it in your hand. You can then use it on objects or people in the world. Fantastic! To return it to your inventory, click the right mouse button or open the inventory again. Okay, fair enough. Works well, works well. So, we have places we can... Oh! I love the trees in the fields here. This is so cool. I love it. It's so cool. There's a small indentation at the top and some marks I don't recognize as any language I've ever seen. These rocks jutting out of the water make me feel uneasy. I feel like they shouldn't be there. Oh, snap. I made it back here. Alright. After a brief moment, the man opened the door. I have an invitation from Lady Charlotte to enter the mansion. Although Lady Charlotte does the most extraordinary things at times, I am not going to simply take your word for it. You will have to provide proof. I see. This appears to be in order. I am not aware that Lady Charlotte has left the house tonight, so I suppose she sent a servant to do her bidding. Do come in, sir. I shall take you through to the lounge and fetch her ladyship for you. Please wait here whilst I fetch Lady Charlotte. I tell you what, I love the inside of this house already. Whispers from behind the door. I do hear the whispers. You may leave me now, Giles. Lady Charlotte, I love your dress. It's quite fetching on you. Very good, my lady. Lady Charlotte studied you keenly before speaking. Okay, alright. I see you got my invitation. Jolly good. Thank you for your kindness and hospitality, madam. Of course, of course. Do you happen to know something of my family's whereabouts? My wife and 2 young children, 1 boy and 1 girl? Oh, did I see them? I think maybe I did. You mean you don't know whether you saw them? Oh yes. Now that I think of it, I did. So where are they? Patience, my good man. Patience? I'm desperate to find them. I'm feeling woozy. I need to go and lie down. You may search the mansion if you like. I have nothing to hide. Or perhaps I do have something to hide, but I want you to find it. Lady Charlotte gives a small and slightly delirious laugh. and you just became our top favorite psycho of the game. I don't remember when and where I saw them. I've not been feeling myself lately. A loud bang followed by a low groaning is heard from the east. Did you hear that? Your imagination is getting the better of you. This old house is full of strange sounds. That was no random creak created by the wind in an old house. That was someone in pain. Oh, dear heart. Are you a writer? You have the most vivid imaginings. As for me, I need a rest. I shall see you later, no doubt. I'm sure I heard something, and I'm sure people around here know more than they're letting on. Time to investigate. Uncover the secrets of the mansion and its inhabitants in the corruption within. Oh my gosh! I love it. I love it so much. I love this. Okay, that was such a teaser. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sitting here all vibrating because I want to play more of this. This is ridiculous. I can't wait for it. Oh my gosh. Brain exploded. Who knew? Who knew the things? Like I said, I've been following this one on Twitter for a hot minute. I was very sad to find out that the backing for it had closed prior to me knowing about it, or else I would have totally thrown in on this one. And now I can't wait. I will pay full price. Bet your sweet ass I'm fucking throwing my money down on it. So, whether you want to see it or not, there's probably going to be actually more of a playthrough rather than just the demo playthrough coming up on the channel. So, if you're all about that kind of thing, then why not let me know down in the comments? Give me a thumbs up. Hey, if you haven't done so already, maybe think about subscribing so you can see the full gameplay when I get my grubby little fingers on it too. If you want to know what I'm doing between this and anything else I got going on, you can always check me out on Instagram or Twitter. Handles are popping up down below. And if you want to check me out live and in person, or as in person as the internet gets, you can always swing by over on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play a variety of games, both solo and with folks from the chat. It's really just dependent on how many folks I can load up into a single game. You guys have heard the excitement in my voice. While I was playing this, we found my new Christmas ornament for this year to add to the tree. I mean, are you guys ready for this stuff? Should look good in the moonlight. This person looks so bad.